Good morning. In Political Science for Class 12, we are continuing the chapter Era of One Party Dominance. And you know that this chapter is mainly related to the dominance of the Congress Party. And the topic is coalition nature of Congress. Children, coalition means to combine, to join, to be together. Okay? So that was the main base of this party, so that it was able to dominate the country for such a long time period. And before independence, Congress party was challenged by Muslim League. It means only another party was the Muslim League that could be as the opposition party. But after the independence, that also left India and went towards Pakistan. So only Congress party remained in India. But we can see the remnants of Muslim League or their ideology in Kerala. Okay. And here we see the Congress party was then undisputed champion of the political system in India. And that was seen in the elections of 1952 that made it win predominantly. And this was because of its biggest asset. That was the people from all spheres of life, from all walks of life. They were leftists, rights, Dalits, Brahmins, upper caste, low caste, backward classes, farmers, rich as well as poor, industrialists, workers, Adivasis, etc. Children, here I would like to clear the meaning of leftists and rights. These are those people, leftists are those people who are pro-poor, means who favor or support the poor people and want to work for their upliftment. Okay, but that doesn't mean that they are against others, but they are concerned more with the weaker sections and economically poor in the country. Whereas the rights, they are the pro-rich people who not favor, we will not say that they are unduly favoring any, but their focus is more on rich people, and with them they want to develop the country. Ultimately, the main aim, objective is the development of the country, the people, but one favors more the poor and others favors more the rich for the country only. That should be there in their mind. Means the way, the medium, okay, is rich and the poor for rights and leftists respectively. Okay, so this was the main thing. Why it was coalition? Because all the people from all the spheres, areas of life were the members and part of and supporters of Congress party. Then eminent leaders like Kamaraj and Jagjeevan Ram, they represented OBCs and Dalits. And leftist parties like CPI and rightists like BJS, that is Bharatiya Janasangh, which is now Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, and CPI, Communist Party of India. Okay, so these parties acted as pressure groups or pressure parties rather than political parties. So here political party and pressure groups are different from each other. Political parties aim to have power, to be in the government for the development of the country, or to develop the country through the machinery of the government. Whereas the pressure groups want to develop the country by drawing the attention of the government for various issues for the development. That is the main difference. They want to be the part of the government, the parties, political parties, and pressure groups by being or remaining outside the government, but for the welfare and development of the people only. Okay, so earlier these were acting as the pressure parties or pressure groups. Okay, and the classes and castes worked by opposition were able to fulfill their demands through the coalition nature of Congress, because their demands were fulfilled, accepted, heard. So such political engineering or system helped Congress to dominate the political system in India from 1952 to 1967. And political analysts called this the Congress system or Congress dominance. And this position was at the national level. And at state level, some parties were able to challenge this supremacy of Congress, like CPI, and it was and still more powerful and active, you can say, in Kerala and West Bengal. Okay, but this did not continue for long, and the OBCs did not what did not continue for long? This coalition nature of the Congress party, because nothing remains the same forever. The ideas, the ideologies, feelings, such system also started changing because of these reasons. The OBCs did not accept the servant leadership of Congress, and the people were no longer ready to accept the westernized Brahminical elite class also. Then agrarian elites who were from the rural area or landlords and all, they also wanted to be the part of the system. So this led to instability in Congress. Now we again come back to this. What was the reason or basis for this powerful position of the Congress in the beginning? Mainly there were 2 points. First, principle of accommodation, and the other principle of tolerance. And we can say them policy of tolerance and management. So the Congress party was able to hold supremacy and dominance by these strategies, you can say. Okay, so first we take the principle of accommodation. Accommodation means to give place to all. So it accommodated the interest of all those who were very important for the party. Their ideas, their views were given place and importance, and it means not to neglect or not to avoid and not to take any extreme stand on any issue ki this cannot be done or this should be done. No, always try to find out the midway or golden way to find a solution, and that was done by Congress party. Okay, and the hallmarks of coalition are compromise and inclusiveness. Now, compromise means yes, to accept few points there and to show your points also and find out the midway. And inclusiveness, altogether, oneness. So such policy or strategy weakens the opposition party, as many policies or programs or ideologies that opposition party wanted to say, they were already there and they found place within the Congress. So the work of the opposition, which is to draw the attention or to draw the attention towards some weakness or points or issues which are neglected, that work was done within the Congress party only. Okay, so there was no need of such reminders or checks from outside, because their opinion was heard, accepted. Okay, then second one was principle of tolerance. This also, tolerance is, yes, if some differences are there related to some issues, not personal issues only, mainly the issues related to the people, the society, the country. So if some differences are there, those, because of those differences, the members of the party never used to leave the party and form another party. They used to remain within the party only, and to express their resentment or their complaints, and to find out the solution for that. So that was there. So it means to have their place in the party and to remain within the party, even if some groups or different ideologies have different opinions on some issues. To fight by being the part of party, they were allowed to fight by being the part of party and not to leave it and become opposition. So such groups are called factions. Factions. Factions, the parts, not fraction. Fraction is part differences. Here faction, yes, some differences are there, but they are within the system only, or the Congress party only. Okay, so such factions made Congress party a grand centrist party. Centrist means what is the center for all these parties or the groups, and the opposition did not present an alternative also to the ruling party. They influenced the ruling party through criticism, censure, and pressure for their issues. And factions within the Congress party acted as a balancing mechanism, a system to balance within the ruling party. So thus, in the first decade of the time period after independence, Congress party was acting both as a ruling party as well as opposition party, and this phase is called Congress system. Thank you.